Walk like that. Take two. Walk like that. Take two. Walk like that. Take two.
Hello, world. If you haven't heard about Anchor, Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Allow me to explain. First, it's free. Second, there's a creation tool that allows you to create and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many, many more. You can make money from your podcast as well with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in just one single place. So all you gotta do, guys, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm just to get started. Enjoy. Hello, world. This is your host, Ivy, Goddess of Love, and today's episode on Living Intentional Thoughts Daily, we are going to discuss the 5 keys of living intentional thoughts. Lit Daily, we want to concentrate on what is going on within your mind, and we will expose the 5 keys to have a successful lit daily living. One of the 5 keys is knowing what to concentrate on. Which thoughts will serve you, and not believing all of your thoughts. Number 1 is very important. Knowing what to concentrate on. Throughout our day, our minds is very busy. Our minds is very active. And we have to be mindful on what are we concentrating on the most. Directing your thoughts to concentrate on what you really desire is one of the keys to living intentional thoughts. We have to take aside the moment to filter our mind and center our minds so it can serve us the way that our minds are supposed to. We have to also know that there may be thoughts that doesn't serve its purpose. So making sure that we know that not all of our thoughts we should believe, and that we choose to believe which thoughts is meant to be believed. Filtering your thoughts is one of the key components to lit daily living. Making sure that we stay true to our thoughts, not taking our thoughts too seriously or for face value, for it is our perception, and there is many perception within a perception. Understanding this and filtering your mind should put you at ease, because at times our minds can be our worst enemy. So knowing this, that we have the power to filter, to take as face value what is going on within our minds, and not believing all of the thoughts that come within our minds. Key component number 2. Now, living intentional thoughts, Lit Daily, we understand that in life, things are going to happen, and you're not always going to be happy. That's not what a living intentional thoughts want you to have the pressure of always feeling happy. That's unrealistic. And avoiding your emotions or denying yourself to feel, whether it's sadness or mourn, unhappiness, but you have to purge that energy out. And don't be afraid to cry. And don't be afraid to release that energy. If you need to find a healthy way to distress, we will provide you with healthy ways of releasing negative energy in our next episode. But for now, step number 2 is not avoiding your emotions or denying yourself to feel those emotions. What will happen if we deny ourselves the urge to feel an emotion? We may find ourselves behaving in a way that may be destructive to us. So that is why we have to take control of that emotion, address that emotion, and release that emotion so that it doesn't become a full cup of negative emotion that you are not able to control. So once again, my friends, let the negative energy go. It's okay to cry. No matter who you are, men, women, all alike needs to know purging negative energy is essential. And that is why it's number 2 in the keys to intentional living. Number 3, be mindful. Going back to number 1, be mindful of what you expose to your mind. Knowing what you are thinking or overthinking, and again, not taking your thoughts too seriously. We wanted to go back to number 1 as number 3 as well because it's essential. Our minds is the key to our success, which is why Living Intentional Thoughts is created around our minds. Our minds is powerful, and it's essential to understand how our minds work. And being mindful of what we expose our minds to, because our mind are sort of like sponges that absorb. As an infant, as you grow, there is a certain level of absorption that we absorb. So being mindful of your surroundings, being mindful of what you watch, being mindful of what you see repeatedly or what you show thyself repeatedly is a key component of mindful, intentional living. I will ask of you to challenge yourself. One day, take note of what are you exposing your mind to. Understanding and knowing what you expose your mind to will help you understand how your mind works. Number 4, mindful of your words. Mindful of your words. Now, your words are essential to life, to your life, and the lives of those around you. You hold the power to speak on spells onto your life, which is why words are spelled. And spells are what you speak onto yourself and onto others. So take your time and speak in a way that your mind is able to compute what you are going to say before you say it. Goddess of love, you ask, show me an example. I should do that. Let's say I desire something really, really, really strongly. However, I know that I'm not in the position to obtain it, or I think I'm not in the position to obtain it. So I see the thing that I desire, and then I say, ugh, I won't get that. I won't have that. I don't have access to that. Those very words will manifest what I've said. So, though I may believe that it may be true, I can be mindful of the words that I choose to address that truth. As opposed to saying, I can't do this. I could say, I cannot wait until I'm able to do it. I shift what I said to mean the same thing. However, I'm saying it in a different way to allow the universe to bless me with what I desire. So, my friends, it's essential. Take your time when you speak. Think of the words you're going to say and choose your words precisely. Choose it wisely and take your time, because the words that you speak can lead to your future destination. Key number 5. Now, we went through number 1, which is knowing what to concentrate on and which thoughts will serve you. We discussed number 2 is not avoiding emotions and not holding it in and thinking, oh, I'm strong, I'm positive, and positive people don't feel negative. That is not true or realistic. So number 2 is purging out that negative energy. Number 3 is mindful of what you're saying. Mindful of your overthinking. Mindful of what you're exposing your mind to. What are you exposing your mind to? And number 4 is your self-talk. Mindful of the words that you choose when you are talking out loud, or talking to yourself, or talking in the mirror, or talking within your mind. Now, finally, number 5. And I think that the Lit family has a little feeling of what number 5 should be. Number 5 is mindful of those within your inner circle. Mindful of those that you are around. The people that you are around can manifest certain situations or experiences in your life. They can be the doors that open for you, or they can be the ones who closes those doors. Which is why it's imperative to be mindful of who is in your inner circle. Who are you friends with that you see every day, and what do their lives look like? What are they saying? How do they practice mindful thinking and mindful speaking? How do they bless your life, or do they, I wouldn't want to say curse, but do they put a blockage within your path? And it's okay to have that one person within your inner circle who may not serve you well, and you can help them overcome this by exposing them to certain things and words that they say and that they choose that can be detrimental to your life and their lives, and observe to see if they want to change. If they want to change, then it's a perfect opportunity to grow your inner circle together and keep it knitted. However, if they don't want to change, then that's when you have to do the change and change who's in your inner circle. This is important, family. We have to be mindful that those who are around us have an effect on what happens around us. Within my studies in behavioral psychology, one thing that I've come to realize within my mastership level of psychology is that your environment conforms who you are. Your environment is who you are. So change your environment and you shall change who you are. Now, that I've given you the 5 keys of living intentional, lit daily, I wanted to take time to tell you guys thank you for allowing me to be with you so that together we shall form a bigger and in more impactful inner circle that we can allow ourselves to manifest what we all desire. I'm coming to you guys once again. I'm Ivy Moore, a goddess of love, your host at Lit Daily. Feel free to listen to us once again every Tuesdays, and I will be bringing a special guest to speak to you on how they practice the 5 keys of living intentional thoughts and how those thoughts help them to overcome and achieve what they want to achieve in life. And through their stories, I hope that you can see success and therefore manifest success within your own lives as well. Hope to hear from you soon. See you next time.